could everything that is currently going on here in the Middle East allow Republicans to maybe sneak something by? Oh, yeah. I'm talking about maybe the most consequential piece of legislation that could get attached to a Homeland Security funding bill. Oh, no, no, no. This isn't a joke. There's talk about it. There's already been articles written about it. And the Democrats are too worried about what's going on in Iran than what's going on right here at home. We're going to talk about all that and more right after this. Guys, it is a new month. Welcome on into March, one of my favorite months, obviously, for St. Patrick's Day. So usually like March 16th to the 19th, you won't see me because I'm going to need multiple days to recover on after St. Patrick's Day, but that's neither here nor there. Our Ram TRX and Chrysler 300 Hellcat are back with extra entries, and they are maxed out. I'm talking 10,000X entries, and they will be available. And I know people are going to say, well, why did you bring it back, TK? Because people asked, people normally come and look at the beginning of the month. And to be fair, we did launch it a little early. So we are going to put it up. And if you end up picking up something that we have now, at the current rate, it will match whatever you've picked up previously. So if you want to get in, it's very easy to do it. You can go to tksgarage.bigcartel.com to get in on either the TRX or the Chrysler 300 Hellcat. Link will be in the description down below. All right, guys. So this is absolutely insane. All right. I don't even have words for this one. Like, how? I mean, I get it. It's kind of ingenious. I knew for the Diesel Truck Liberation Act to get passed that they were going to have to attach it to like a budget reconciliation bill, which they're thinking about doing again here shortly. Or it would have to be attached to something else as like a rider where they're not really paying attention, and they'd probably have to give up a bunch to the Democrats to get it to go through. So now that what's going on currently in Iran, right, and in the Middle East here, they are quietly, which I think is awesome. And I know someone's going to yell in my comment, "What are you talking about it, TK?" Because I'm not the only one that's talked about it. Like there's articles out now about what they're trying to do here. And it looks like this Diesel Truck Liberation Act, and not just that, but also the Stop CARB Act and parts of that being, they're trying to put that in as a, is it going to pass? I don't know. Let's just be honest. I don't know if it's going to pass, but they're attaching it to a funding bill for DHS. Now, if you didn't know, Department of Homeland Security funding ran out. And now I don't know if TSA is getting paid or not. I know the airports are running like they're supposed to, but we know that there's a funding gap at the Department of Homeland Security. Like it's shut down. Every time I log into USA or my my banking apps, it literally will say, like, oh, government shutdown, blah, 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 blah. So it's a smart move, I think, by the Republicans, while the Democrats are going, hey, no war, blah, 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 blah. They're crying over here. They're over here like, yo, let's get this. While they're over here focusing on this, let's get this in over here. Let's slide this in. And I think because they're going to be so preoccupied about the president's actions in the Middle East that, and not to mention, I heard that there was a terrorist attack at home today as well in Texas. That's horrible. But I think where the Dems are going to be so tied up with what's going on with Iran, it gives a golden opportunity. Because here's the thing. Do the Democrats really care? Some do. Some are actually idealists, but most don't. Do they actually care if that gets pushed through? No. And the Democrats can quietly let this funding bill go through because they're already arguing about something else. And if that's attached to that funding bill, it immediately, permanently changes the Clean Air Act. It literally removes the ability for diesel trucks and the like to be regulated under the Clean Air Act. That also, and for everybody that always asks, well, what does it mean about gasoline? If it happens for diesel, it's happening for gasoline, because they go after diesel because they think diesel is the biggest offender, and it's not. But they do. Because of NOx and everything else, they go after diesel first. So with the Diesel Truck Liberation Act and these components of the Stop CARB Act kind of being snuck in on a funding bill for DHS, and why the Democrats are so worried about war and everything else that's going on, it's going to give the Republicans a golden opportunity to slide some of this stuff through, where Democrats don't have to they can actually get work done and be like, okay, we can get this in because we really don't care. Let's just get this done so we can focus on this and score political points. And I know you're going to say that's horrible. You mean they really don't care? Look, I've said this multiple times. It's never been about the environment. It's always about money. It's always about power. It's always about politics. They could give a shit if a diesel truck is rolling coal down right down downtown Washington, D.C. They don't give a shit. You could be going down Pennsylvania Avenue with black smoke coming out. They don't really care. They don't. Are there some that really are like idealists and like save the world? Sure, there are some Dems that are like that. But the Chuck Schumers of the world, Fetterman's not like that. And others, they really don't care. Kelly, they don't really care about this environmental shit. They're just scoring political points. They're being on the side that they think they need to be on. So to be able to sneak this in while we're worried about all this other stuff, that's a win. I think if we can get this through and passed while all this other stuff is going on, we could have a golden opportunity here to change everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.